Hey everyone, Alvyn here. Today I will be sharing with you my top 10 favorite servants in Fate Grand Order. Whether you're a fellow master or new to the Fate series, I hope you enjoy this journey through my personal picks. Let's dive in. For those who may not be familiar, Fate Grand Order is a mobile game where you summon and command powerful heroes from history, mythology, and literature, known as servants. These servants help you battle through various quests and storylines. Now, you may be wondering, how will I choose my top 10? Well, I based my selection on these three main criteria: character design, abilities, and personal preference. These are the servants that not only look amazing and have great skills, but also hold a special place in my heart. Now, let's get on to the list. Let's talk about Lancelot Berserker. Apart from being the strongest knight in the Round Table, he was actually the first servant I liked in Fate Zero, which is the series I started with when I got into Fate. I mean, how can you not love his dark full armored suit? The whole concept of a dark version of Lancelot is just so cool. One of the things that really stands out about him is his unique ability, Knight of Honor. This lets him touch any object and turn it into his noble phantasm. In Fate Grand Order, this is super unique because he doesn't have a permanent noble phantasm. Instead, he can just grab any weapon and make it his own, which shows how versatile and adaptable he is in battle. Let's not forget, Lancelot uses the most modern technology compared to any other servant. While other servants have noble phantasms tied to their mythos, Lancelot Berserker's noble phantasm is a modern twist that makes him really stand out and adds an extra layer of intrigue to this character. I personally love using Hu Yanzhou because as an assassin, she is super unique. Firstly, she is the only assassin class character that rides a horse. Her armor is just amazing, especially in her third ascension. In addition to being a formidable fighter, known for her bravery and combat skills, she embodies the spirit of a true warrior, always ready to fight challenges head-on. Despite all that, she still looks for praise, which is a charming aspect of her personality. She enjoys receiving compliments and recognition for her efforts, adding a relatable and endearing quality to her character. This trait is often highlighted in her voice lines and interactions, where she expresses happiness and satisfaction when praised. The need for praise can be seen as a reflection of her desire to be acknowledged and appreciated, making her more human and relatable. It also adds a playful dynamic to her interaction with the player, as she often seeks validation and approval. In Fujima Ritsuka wa Wakaranai, one scene humorously highlights Hu Yanzhou's need for validation when she eagerly seeks praise from Fujimaru, only to be met with Achilles' horse's usual blunt and honest response that hilariously knocks her confidence down. When I watched the FGO Camelot movie, one of the aspects that got me interested was Nitocris. I had never heard of a character called Nitocris before. When I thought of Egyptian history, I thought of Ramesses or Tutankhamen, but she stood out to me. When I looked at her lore, her servant lore got me into liking this character. In summary, Nitocris is inspired by a legendary queen of ancient Egypt who is said to have ruled during the 6th dynasty. Nitocris is depicted as a queen who ascended to the throne after the murder of her brother. Consumed by grief and desire for vengeance, she uses her magical abilities to summon the god's wrath upon those responsible for her brother's death. This is why she has a strong connection to the Egyptian gods, particularly Anubis, the god of the afterlife. This connection grants her powerful magical abilities, which she uses to protect her people and seek justice. Her altar form enhances this connection even more, and her noble phantasm is visually stunning. In her regular form, Nitocris' noble phantasm, Apnu-Nepta-Digestar, features her summoning a massive statue of Anubis, then releasing the souls of the damned to attack her enemies. In her altar form, her noble phantasm, Nefru Sun Anubis, has a darker and more intense animation. She summons a portal to the underworld, with Anubis presence heavily emphasized. The animation includes dark swirling energies and a more ominous atmosphere. The climax involves a powerful burst of energy from the underworld, visually representing her enhanced connection to Anubis and her role as an avenger. I like quiet girls with bangs, and Frankenstein's one of them. Fate's depiction of Frankenstein's monster takes elements from the original story but turns her into a female character, which increases the tragedy of her character. Despite her tragic origins, Fran is innocent and kind-hearted. She has a gentle nature and often seeks affection and acceptance. Fran's limited ability to speak coherently adds to her charm. She often communicates through simple words or sounds, which makes her seem more vulnerable and endearing. Her interactions with her master, Claus, and other characters show her desire for companionship and understanding makes her more relatable and sympathetic. In the Fate Apocrypha series, Fran plays a crucial role in the battle against Amakusa Shiro. Her sacrifice and determination are pivotal in helping Seek achieve victory. This act of selflessness further cements her as a tragic yet heroic figure. Visually, Fran's design is striking with her bangs and quiet demeanor, adding to her appeal. Her overall appearance are inspired by the original Frankenstein's monster, but with a more delicate and feminine touch. This design chose to emphasize her dual nature as both a powerful berserker and a vulnerable innocent being. I like vampires. Some notable ones are like Lumin Valentine and Nazuna. Originally a fairy who helped other fairies with their tasks, Baoban Sith becomes a sadistic and cruel knight after being adopted by Morgan. She tortured and murdered both humans and fairies to please her mother. I like her striking design with long flowing hair and a gothic Lolita fashion sense that combines both innocence and allure. She also has a playful and teasing voice that can be quite charming. Despite her sadistic tendencies, Baban Sith has moments of vulnerability and genuine affection, especially towards Morgan. These glimpses of her softer side makes her more relatable and endearing. Furthermore, her habit of teasing other characters and her playful demeanor adds to her charm, making her interactions more engaging and entertaining. Her noble phantasm is also amazing. This attack has a haunting and mesmerizing visual effect, making it both beautiful and terrifying to witness. The first time I used Nemo, I liked him almost immediately. His design includes various nautical elements reflecting his role as a ship captain. The design is both practical and stylish, fitting his character's background. What I also love is that he has multiple personalities. Nemo's design incorporates different versions of himself, each with unique traits and appearances. Of the Nemo crew, I definitely love Nemo Marine, who assists Nemo in various tasks. They are highly skilled and loyal, playing crucial roles in the operation of the Nautilus. They are also fun and playful at the same time. Going back to Captain Nemo, he is a natural leader, displaying strong determination and responsibility. He is always ready to guide his crew through any challenge, embodying the qualities of a true captain. In the Fujimaru Ritsuka wa Wakarunai series, there's a Nemo-centric episode that highlights his multi-faceted personality. This episode showcases Nemo's leadership and compassion as he interacts with the crew and navigates through various challenges. While watching Fate Grand Order Babylonia, my favorite character was Ushiwakamaru. Even though she was killed relatively early in the series, I loved her cheerful expressions as well as her loyal and energetic warrior spirit. Ushimaru's combat style is amazing, defined by her speed, agility, and precision. She uses acrobatic maneuvers and evasion techniques to outmaneuver and strike her opponent. Her swordsmanship is impeccable, and she combines beauty with deadly efficiency, making her battles visually captivating and impressive. All of this ties into what I love about Taira no Kagekyo, because she is a possessed version of Ushiwakamaru, where she gains an amazing samurai armor and a cute kitsune mask. By being possessed, she embodies a more vengeful and powerful persona, adding depth to the complexity of her character. Her noble phantasm is also more amazing. Taira no Kagekyo's noble phantasm, Fleeting World, Fleeting Might, is a visually striking and intense display of her power. Historically, Taira no Kagekyo was a vengeful spirit from Japanese history, known for his desire for revenge against the Genji. This historical context adds another layer to her character, as Ushiwakamaru's transformation into Taira no Kagekyo brings forth a powerful and tragic narrative. The possession changes her personality and motivations, creating an inner conflict between her original cheerful nature and the more vengeful spirit. But by being possessed, she's able to gain an amazing samurai armor and kitsune mask, which symbolizes the transformation. Her combat abilities are also enhanced by possession, giving her new techniques and powers. Her noble phantasm reflects her new identity and the power of the vengeful spirit, making her battles even more intense and visually striking. I have to admit, I don't really find myself drawn to Lancers. Even after watching the original Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero, characters like Diarmund and Cuchulainn were just okay to me. But then I started playing Fate Grand Order and discovered Melusine. At first glance, Melusine doesn't look like your typical Lancer. In fact, she looks more like a berserker. Also, let's talk about her design, which is a blend of elegance and ferocity, and with her retractable sword gauntlets giving a distinct edge. This unconventional weapon choice makes her resemble more of a berserker than a traditional Lancer. The way she deals damage is definitely more berserker-like too, but the fact that she has two notable noble phantasms is really cool as well. Her second noble phantasm is transforming into a mechanical dragon and firing off her giant lance-like weapon, which is so cool. It's visually striking and incredibly powerful. What drew me into Melusine was not just her design, but also her story and personality. She's a loyal and dedicated knight, which adds to her charm. Her devotion to her duties and her kind-hearted nature, combined with a sweet and gentle tone, makes her a lovable character. Overall, Melusine stands out as a unique and captivating Lancer in Fate Grand Order. Her design, abilities, and personality make her one of my top 3 favorite servants. I have one word to describe Astolfo: cute. He really takes the title of the best boy in Fate Apocrypha. Before this, when I was just watching the original Fate Stay Night, some friends told me to look out for Astolfo because he is a trap character. But after watching him, I found a lot of his characteristics very endearing. Astolfo is one of the 12 paladins of Charlemagne, a legendary knight from the epic poem Orlando Furioso. Yes, right. He is known for his adventurous spirit and whimsical nature. In Fate Apocrypha, Astolfo is summoned as the Rider of Black. His cheerful and optimistic personality often serves as a source of morale for his team, and his loyalty to his second master, Sieg, is unwavering. Astolfo is always upbeat and positive, bringing a lot of energy and joy to any situation. He is fiercely loyal to his friends and allies, often going out of his way to help and support them. Astolfo has a playful and mischievous side, which adds a lot of charm and fun during his interactions with other characters. Astolfo possesses several notable noble phantasms, including La Black Luna, a powerful lance, and Hippogriff, a magical creature which he can summon to aid him in battle. These abilities highlight his versatility and resourcefulness as a servant. My favorite Astolfo-centric episode isn't actually in Fate Apocrypha, but in the spin-off of Fate Grand Order Fujiwara Ritsuka wa Wakarunai. They had a whole episode centered around Astolfo and Roland, and it was so good to see him again after Fate Apocrypha. Throughout Fate Apocrypha, Astolfo's character grows as he faces several challenges. His unwavering positivity and determination to protect his friends make him a standout character. But the main reason why I love Astolfo is because he's a definition of free spirit. He believes that you don't need a purpose and you should live life however you choose. This philosophy really resonates with me and adds to his overall charm. Astolfo's presence in Fate Apocrypha brings a unique dynamic to the story. His interactions with other characters, especially Zeke, adds depth and emotional weight to the narrative. I love Mordred because discovering her was similar to how I found Rem. When I was researching if it was worth getting into Fate, I came across Gigak's gacha video, and from the 2-second clip of Mordred that I saw, I was like, damn, she cute though, which was also a contributing factor of what led me down the Fate rabbit hole. Mordred, also known as the Knight of Treachery, is the illegitimate child of King Arthur and Morgan Le Fay. She was raised with the belief that she was destined to inherit the throne of Camelot. In Fate Apocrypha, Mordred is summoned as the Saber of Red. Her rebellious nature and desire to prove herself to her father, King Arthur, drive much of her actions during the series. She also has an amazing armor design. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa, she looks amazing with that armor. Her signature helmet with prominent horns and sharp edges gives her a fierce and intimidating look. And let's not forget Clarent, her sword, which has unique engravings and a distinctable blade shape. I feel like it's way cooler design compared to Excalibur. Mordred's noble phantasm, Clarent Blood Arthur, is a powerful attack that channels her rage and resentment towards King Arthur. This attack is visually stunning and showcases her immense power. Mordred as a character resonated with me. Throughout Fate Apocrypha, Mordred's character grows as she faces several challenges. Her relationship with her master, Kairi Shishigo, helps her understand her motivations and forge her own path, moving beyond her initial desire for revenge. Mordred's journey from a rebellious knight to a more self-aware individual resonates with me. Her struggle to define her own sense of honor and knightlyhood is something I find deeply inspiring. And that's my top 10 favorite servants in Fate Grand Order. I hope you enjoyed this list and maybe you found some new favorites of your own. I'd love to hear about your favorite servants, so please share them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you next time. Happy summoning!